Next categories of ownership are corporeal and incorporeal ownership. While corporeal ownership is of ownership of material, tangible, movable, and immovable things and property, the incorporeal ownership is of intangible objects and things. And our fourth category, that is regarding legal and equitable ownership, as common law courts under the equity bench of the High Court and under the Judicature Act of 1873 and 75, it recognizes the legal owner. But in India, this distinction is not recognized in law. The Indian Trust Act expresses that beneficiary interest is not an interest in the trust property, but an interest by way of a right against the trustee, who is regarded as the legal owner of the property. The trustee is subject to the law relating to the trust and is bound to carry out the dictates of the maker of the trust. The beneficiary can have his rights enforced against the trustee as a matter of right if the trustee fails to do so. So, these are the different categories of ownership as we have discussed, such as vested and contingent ownership. So also the relating leading case Sasikant versus Pramod Chandra of 1932 decided by the Calcutta High Court, and also the sole ownership and co-ownership, and as its position in England, and as in case of India, as it is found under the Midakar school of Hindu law, so also regarding a partnership under the Partnership Act. So, in the next category, we had discussed regarding corporeal and incorporeal ownership, and so also in the fourth category, we have discussed about the legal and equitable ownership and how legal ownership is also being recognized by the equity bench of the equity courts of High Court, and how the very acts of the Judicature Act of 1873 and 1875, they are working in determining those legal ownership under equitable rights, and how in India we don't found any distinction between legal ownership and equitable ownership. And in that connection, we have discussed the various provisions of Indian Trust Act, and that also relating to the beneficiary interest in the trust property, so also the very legal right of those trustees and how to fulfill the very interest of the maker of the trust by the trustees. So, almost we have completed ownership and all the origin and development of ownership, its meaning, definition, modes of acquiring ownership, and modes of acquiring ownership under modern law. So also the different kinds of ownership as we have discussed in this video. And lastly, I would like to request all my viewers to please like, share my videos, and also please subscribe to my channel, for which I would be very thankful to all the viewers, those who have not subscribed my channel.